Hi, we're going to focus today on drawing eyes. So I'd like you to take one of those cutout pictures of an eye and put some glue on it and glue it down on your paper. If you are right-handed like myself, please go ahead and glue it on the left-hand side of the paper. If you are left-handed, please go ahead and glue it on the right-hand side of the paper. That way, you won't smear as you're going. So depending on what hand you are, if you're right-handed like myself, glue it on the left-hand side. And if you are left-handed, glue it on the right-hand side. The first thing that I want you to do is look at that magazine cutout and look at the shape of the eye. Everybody's eyes are a little bit differently shaped, and that's what makes each of us unique. So I'm going to look at that shape. And I'm lightly sketching a contour of the shape of this girl's eyes. It kind of comes up here, and then we see the tear duct. Over here, there's a little ledge. I'm going to include that. Then I'm going to look at the shape of the iris, the colored part of the eye. And then the pupil, the black part of the eye. And then in this one, I can even see a reflection in the eye that I want to show. So I'm going to get as detailed as to show it's kind of two square shapes in the reflection. And then above her eye, there's a crease, kind of a line. So I'm going to look at that, and it starts out a little bit thicker, and then as it goes to the corner, it gets a little bit thinner and closer to the tear duct. And for some reason, everybody wants to shade the eyebrows and the eyelashes. Eyebrows and eyelashes should be the last things that we do, so keep that in mind as you're doing this. The darkest area as we look at this is the pupil, the black part of the eye. And so I'm going to press somewhat hard with my pencil to show that contrast. And sometimes we don't press hard enough and don't get that contrast. So look at that dark part of the pupil and make sure you're pressing hard enough to get that contrast. Then this girl's kind of got greenish, hazel, brown kind of eyes, and it's a little bit darker on the outside edge of the iris. And then as I go towards the center, towards the pupil, it gets a little bit lighter. So I'm going to let up on my pencil pressure, not pressing so hard. As I shade towards the center. And I want to show that rounded quality. So I'm following the form by shading in that circular kind of rounded quality of the iris, the color part of the eye. Then the next part, I need a lot of my blending stick for this. And the blending stick, it's really important to have graphite on the blending stick. If you need to pick up graphite, you can go like on the dark part of the pupil here and pick some up, because if you have a brand new blending stick, that's what you need to do, so that you have some graphite built up onto the blending stick. Then as I look underneath the eye right here, it's a little bit darker. And so I'm going to follow the form with my blending stick. I'm not going to press very hard because I want to see what kind of colors I get. But the skin underneath the eye, it's a little bit darker here. Then where that crease was, I'm going to follow the form. It's like putting on eyeshadow, that direction. Okay, above the eye, she's got some, and I'm going to pick up some more color on my pupil there. Right up here, it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to press a little bit harder with my blending stick. But the direction that my blending stick is going is this direction. It's like a girl putting on eyelash or eyeshadow. Then the colored part of the tear duct is a light pink, so I'm going to give a little color here. And then there's a little shadow here. And then there's a shadow right here where the nose kind of fits in, so I'm not pressing very hard, but I'm using my blending stick again. Okay, then the skin underneath where the shadow is, it's a little bit lighter, so I'm not going to press as hard, but I'm following the form in this kind of smiley face pattern to give it some color. Notice I still haven't done the eyelashes or the eyebrows. And like I said, for some reason, everybody wants to do those first. All right, now I'm going to go back to my pencil. You want to have a sharp pencil when you do eyelashes and eyebrows. So sharpen your pencil before you do that. You want to go up straight from the tear duct, and that gives you an idea where the eyebrows are going to start. So if I go straight up, the eyebrows start a little bit to the right of that marker. And like I said, a sharp pencil, and then you want to follow the direction that the individual hairs go on the eyebrow. The closer these lines are together, the darker the eyebrow becomes. But look at how the direction of the eyebrow changes. All right, as I get up here, so I'm looking at that shape of the eyebrow. And I want to make sure I show the individual hairs because you can see that definitely in the picture here. And then the last thing that I want to do is my eyelashes. And when you do eyelashes, you want to go somewhat fast with a sharp pencil, and then you want to pick up your pencil. And it gives it a tapered look. And you also want to look at the direction that the eyelashes are going. So on this side, the eyelashes go this way. And like I said, you want to pick up with your pencil. And then as I go towards the center, the lines go straight up more. And then as I go this direction, the eyelashes actually kind of curve this way. So I want to show that as I'm doing it. And then the eyelashes on the bottom tend to be a little bit more spread out and they're a little bit shorter. Again, you want to look at the direction that they go, lift up on your pencil. A sharp pencil helps with that. But then you have your eye done.